Welcome to the 2024 Economic Preparation and Depression channel. I'm your host, Tony. Thank you for joining me on this Wednesday, Hump Day edition, December 4th, 2024. Thank you for your support. I appreciate all of your comments and support, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue to get this last fourth quarter month of 2024 out the way. Today, I just want to talk to you about the different reports that came out today. Dow Jones was up a little bit today, but the private payroll numbers, did grow, but not as much as economists were expecting to grow, according to ADP. And the job openings did jump up a little bit, but hiring is still sluggish with these jobs in many cities around the country. And so as we prepare for the holiday season, just some things to keep in mind is that as we head into the new year, 2025, there's going to be a period of a lull period between January and April where the economy is going to be just waiting to see if interest rates are going to hold, or if the interest rates are going to continue to come down, or are they going to stay steady, or if the Federal Reserve Bank decides to raise interest rates again, given the current economic conditions. Right now, everything looks to be good, but things could change on a dime, as you know. So we just have to wait and see what they decide to do. Not only them, but the regular economy with unemployment, wages, taxes. If taxes are increasing in a lot of these cities that people are moving away from, these high cost of living cities, then they're going to make it up shortfall in other ways. So we'll see what happens with that. So getting to it here, you can see that private payrolls grew by 146,000 in November. That's less than expected. And so they had revised, it's been downwardly revised, below the downwardly revised 184,000 in October. It's less than the Dow Jones estimate of 163,000. So it's like 20-something thousand less than what initially was out. But education and healthcare services are strong. As you know, they led the job creation, adding 50,000 positions on a month, according to the CNBC article here. And that's followed by construction workers with 30,000 new jobs. Utilities, 28,000 new jobs and stuff like that. So that's very good news for the economy as we head into this last month of the year. Now, at top here, it says shares of American Eagle plunged 13% as company issues weak holiday guidance. Earnings reports are coming out. And so far, many senior economists believe that it's going to be a kind of a growth, but not really a growth, kind of like a stalemate in terms of retail sales growth. So you may see 1% to 2% growth, but really it's at a stalemate. But people are shifting to buying other types of toys or gadgets or games or vacations with their family, friends, and cohorts. And that's what we're going to see, a shift to other priorities and more essential priorities as we close out 2024. So the BLS report is scheduled to be released Friday and expected to show a growth of 214,000 according to Dow Jones after the Boeing strike and the storms in the Southeast lowered the October total. They're talking about the hurricanes that came in there, Beryl and Milton, and that they had in October. But in any event, the report is expected to show growth, which is good news, I guess, for the economy. Wage growth accelerated by 4.8%. That's a faster gain in October. The first time this happened in 25 months. So we finally had a little bit of wage growth here. Obviously, inflation's doubled that. Real inflation's at 8 to 10%. But we got wage growth here growing a little bit as well. So job openings jumped and hiring slumped in October. Key labor report for the Fed shows. This is an NBC News report. Job openings totaled 7.74 million for the month. That's up 370,000 for September, and more than the Dow Jones estimate of 7.5 million jobs. So that's good news. You see the signs here. We are hiring. A lot of people are getting these jobs. Now, remember another thing we have to include, too, is that a lot of these jobs are seasonal jobs, meaning that a company like, UPS or FedEx or Target will hire for the next 3 or 4 months from this period from December to April, like I was saying, seasonally, to help with the additional demand of traffic of people that's coming through, either for the holidays or visiting or for conferences or conventions or, all of that stuff to help add to the revenue total. So that's what we're experiencing too as well. And many of you know that too as well. So just putting that out there. Now, the rate of openings as a share of the total labor force rose from 4.6 to 4.4%. So that's good too as well. And so U.S. service sector economy, according to Reuters.com and Yahoo Finance, they said the U.S. services sector economy slows more than expected in November. Once again, the mainstream media and others are painting it as a slowdown rather than we're heading into some kind of recession later on in 2025. So right now, everybody's painting it as a slow roll down the hill, not in all of a sudden shock and awe, we're in a major recession and everything is going to happen. So we're going to continue to watch that. But right now, the Dow Jones was up 308 points. S&P 500 was up 36 points. NASDAQ was up 254 points, along with the Russell 2000 up a meager 10 points. Crude oil is down. The average price of gas, according to AAA.com, for unleaded is $3.04 a gallon nationwide for regular unleaded. Gold was up $7. Still holding above 26.75. So overall, a pretty good day for Wednesday for the markets, for Main Street, for the commodities. But there were some signs of decay in terms of job growth, job openings, filling those openings. That's another thing too. You can have a job opening, as this report says, but are they actually filling the opening, or just collecting a database of applications for later on next year or the year after? And the housing market is another big concern too, that we have to watch out for too, because housing, commercial real estate, this is going to be the domino heading into the first quarter of 2025. How much vacant commercial real estate do we have in these empty office buildings? What will happen to the empty malls, the empty outlet malls, the abandoned houses, row houses in some of these cities on the East Coast, and also on the West Coast? What's going to happen with that? The taxes, the property tax base of these cities, when that happens, if they choose not to renew these commercial mortgage-backed securities. So I was worried about the single-family housing market, but it's really the commercial market that we need to be paying more attention to as we head to 2025 here. So continue to prepare. Continue to focus on the essentials. Take care of the basics. Don't let the basics take care of you. Food, water, medicine, security, spiritual God, first, of course. Always put him first. He will take care of us more than we can ever imagine. There's a million ways to take care of us. And even the best of plans, sometimes can fail, human plans, but his plans never fail. So remember that wherever you may be in this country, and we're blessed. Like I said, we're down to the less than 30 days left before the new year. And so a lot of companies are just trying to tidy up their books. As you know, a lot of investors are tidying up their books. They're cutting the fat, trimming the fat, whether that's, making meager changes to employment staff, or, cutting out certain things that they do to help reduce operating expenses. And that's how we do our household too as well. Cutting out things that we can help reduce our operating expenses heading into 2025, just in case that there's some bumpy turbulence that we may experience in this economy, either collectively as a group or individually with our families and friends and cohorts. We need to trim the fat as we head into 2025. So God bless. I'll talk to you very soon. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button, or at least hit the like button so you can get notified when the videos are coming out, because sometimes people are saying they're not getting notified. So thank you for listening. God bless. I'll talk to you soon when the next thing come out on Friday, the earnings and jobs report. Thank you.